Okay. Is it running? No idea. Excellent connect. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I'm not sure how far behind this one is, but let's give it another try. Okay. Welcome. I'm Rusty Dog, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we're going to be trying out a new version of this plane. This is a Beechcraft Bonanza G36. This plane does come with Microsoft Flight Simulator when you buy the product, but this is not the same plane. It is an add-on using the same model as the Microsoft one, but it's become study level via developers called Black Square, who they call this the analog or steam gauge version, and they've also done the, it'll come to me, the Grand Caravan and the something else beginning with B. I'll get it now. The Baron, yeah, the Baron. Which is, the Baron is the same as this plane, except it has two propellers instead of just the one. There comes a normally aspirated and a turbo version. I don't know which one I've picked here, but yeah, I got this Bonanza one, so it's £25 from the Just Flight store, or $33. Okay, study level. Thank you, Andy. Much better, you say? Cool. Just me and you at the moment, but I have picked an odd time of the day to do it. So, before we get underway, we are in Yunnan, China. I'm not with my nan, but anyway. Yeah, we're in Yunnan, China, and we're going to be visiting somewhere. I don't know what it looks like in Flight Sim, but if it looks anything remotely like the real life version, then it's going to be cool. So, no Googling. Right. So this is Sim Update 12, and Sim Update 12 brings something not that won't affect me, but it's WASM, or Windows Assembly, right? Something like that, to Xbox, which means that planes that weren't previously available on the Xbox, I think now will be available. That's including the PMDG's, Boeing's 737s. So Xbox users can look forward to that very soon, and other planes as well. But for me, it brings turbulence, realistic turbulence. Now, well, that's what the setting says. So in order to access that, you need to go into the assistance options, and by default, when you apply Sim Update 12, in the piloting, it'll say turbulence low, which means you don't get that much at all, if anything. So I sent mine all the way up from medium to realistic. Mine's at realistic now. So that's going to affect small aircraft, big aircraft, everything. So it's going to be fun. We've got a particularly calm day. Now, I do have live weather running, but I do not have live time because in China it's nighttime at the moment. So, yeah, it wouldn't really do to do this flight in the nighttime. So we're going to have to run through the checklist to get this thing fired up, because there is different procedures for hot and cold engines for starting this up. And also, it is a state-saving plane, so if you've left any lights on or buttons moved, I think it's just going to hold everything. Like, all the circuit breakers work, okay, so you can pop any of those in and out. So if you pop one out and you leave it out, then you're not going to get started. Also oxygen as well. Where is it? I'm just learning this plane. here, oxygen level. As you fly above a certain altitude, I think 10,000 feet, you need oxygen, and you may use that, and then you have to refill it, and also the engine takes on stress and wear, so you have to repair the engine as and when. So yeah, it's the full deal. In terms of your radio instruments here and your nav instruments, you've got the GTN 750. We'll take a look at those when the plane's powered on. And you've got cabin temperature, which you have to monitor as well, because you don't want to be too cold, you don't want to be too hot. And you have lights here to tell you if the cabin temperature is too low or high. That is changeable via the cabin air pull switch, or cabin heat, sorry, pull switch here. So that'll get you hot, that'll get you cold. So maybe just sliding it out a little way will be a good way to find a happy medium. I don't know. Right, so the switches are all off. I hope everything is in the correct positions. They do have a really good, proper interactive checklist from what I've seen, in that it works as you would expect a checklist to work. So let's take a look. The flight that we've got is going to be around 20 to 25 minutes to get to where we're going. And this plane's got some pretty decent performance on it. So, yeah. So, before starting the engine, there are 38 steps to go through. Let's check them out. So, pre-flight inspection, let's just pretend we've done that. We've kicked the tires. We're happy that there's no puncture. Everything. Whatever you need to do for a pre-flight. Seat belts and seats secure. Cabin doors are latched. The parking brake is set, and I believe it is. There it is. Emergency gear handle is stowed. We do have one. We do have one. It is behind this seat. Back here, there's a little latch that if you turn it counterclockwise around 50 turns, you can bring the gear down, should it not go down under normal circumstances. That is stowed. Avionics breakers, are they all in? Look at this. Boom. Look, they all light up. That's how a checklist should work. Now, are they all... Yeah, if we pull one out, we can certainly see that it's out. But they're definitely all in. Right, where did I go? Flaps are up, yes. Oxygen pressure. Is it between 1550 and 1850 pounds per square inchio? Let's get rid of those things, shall we? Go on here. So yeah, look, I love the way it just lights up the needle. So yeah, the oxygen is there, isn't it? Thereabouts. It's certainly above the required amount, and we're not going to be flying above 10,000 feet anyway, so okay, we shouldn't need it. I've got a couple of USBs there as well. Right, avionics are off, throttle is closed, propeller high RPM, let's put that up, and mixture full rich. Okay, nice plasticky look there. Cowl flaps open, yes they will be, but let's just check. Okay, cowl flaps are open. Okay, aileron trim is centered. Yes it is. Oops, did I jump down too far? I think I did. Right, alternate air. I don't know what that is. Well, I do. I know what it means, but it almost sounds like here's a different type of air for you to breathe. Firewall valve. Open. And to open it, you have to push. Well, that's clearly pushed all the way in. I really don't know what that does. A firewall valve. Landing gear is down. I bloody hope so. All sub-panel switches are in the off position. This is... Why can't all the developers just make proper checklists like this, where it goes to the correct place and the button or the needle that you need to be looking at lights up? Anyway, load meter, primary. It is set to primary indeedy. Main breakers are all in. Look at this, it's like little ants. Ooh. Oh, hello. Oh man, check that out. Didn't know it did that. Yes, the load breakers are all in. Yeah. Okay. Did I say load breakers? What am I getting mixed up with? Load meter. Yeah, main breakers. Right, alternate static air, which is in there. I don't know. I'm just going to leave that because I don't know. I'm assuming that's in the right position already. Right, CO. That's carbon monoxide. Yeah. Test. Yeah, carbon monoxide test. I can't see because of the bloody button, but I'm assuming that's working. Fuel selector. Set it to the fullest tank. Well, we've got it on the left, but I could, yeah, I don't know because until we switch the batteries on, the fuel is looking like it's empty, but it actually isn't. So we'll just check that. But we should know how much fuel we've put in, right? Right, beacon light. This is for the engine going on. This is kind of early to put this on, but beacon light on. Battery on. Checking the bus volts are at least 23 volts minimum. There they are, right there, and 21. Yeah, it is 23. Annunciators, test and consider. Okay, so that would be, where's that button gone? Annunciator test. But I can't see all of the, okay, let's minimize this a second. Nope, I need to get here, there we go. Okay, so there we go, that's all working. Nice, cool. Let's bring the checklist down to there. Whoa, I just knocked it out the game. Oh dear me. It's all going bad. There we go. Right, where are we going? Annunciators, testing. Right, primary alternator on. And standby alternator on. Well, they are down here. So they're on. Main fuel quantities check. We've got half a tank on each. I'm happy with that. I must remember to keep flipping the tanks over as well. So, what do we got now? Auxiliary fuel pump on low to check for audible. Make sure it's working. Not hearing anything. Are you guys hearing anything? Oh, it shuts off fuel to engine in emergency. Thank you, Andy. I think, I've got my, yeah, okay. I had my volume on mute. That would explain a lot, eh? Right, so I'll go again. Yes, I hear the buzzing. So now it goes off. Standby gyro pump on. Standby gyro annunciator. Yes, it has illuminated. Instrument air is green. Ah, okay, I'll check. Because when you flick that on, this standby, there's the instrument air, you see? And as you can see, it goes up. And then we turn it off. Okay, and that's all the 38 steps. And now we're going to go for engine start. So mixture to full rich, already done. Propeller high, throttle full open. Not normal, but okay. Full throttle. Auxiliary fuel pump set to high for 2 to 3 seconds. This should make a different sound. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's 2 to 3 seconds. Fuel flow greater than 3 gallons per hour. I didn't check, but I'm going to assume it does. Auxiliary fuel pump off, throttle. Ah, here we go. Open 1/2 inch. I was going to say you don't want to be using full throttle there. Oops, 1/2 inch out there. Right, engage the starter and settle the throttle at around 1000 to 1200 revs, which is here. Right, if we've done everything right, should get an engine start. Yeah, I had this last time, and it was because I had the standby alternator on. Turn that off. Oh. There we go. Got me worried there. Okay, engine throttle, where are we? We need to bring it up just a tad then. About there. We've got our nice little window flap as well. Okay, so we can look at this checklist though. Have you ever seen a checklist like this? Look, engine failure for takeoff, engine fire, ground, starter does not engage, engine start flooded. Things to do in those situations, you know. Rough running engine, because if you have this mixture set to high while you are taxiing or on the ground, apparently it can foul the spark plugs. Right, this is the cabin temp, but that's Fahrenheit. I want it in centigrade. Now that's a bit cold, so, and it indicates cold, so let's pull out the cabin heat just a tad, and let's see if this starts going up. Obviously if I pulled it all the way out it would go up quicker. There it goes. I want to get it to a comfortable temperature. Alright, so when we come to run it off the runway, then we'll put the mixture back up, I think. So let's get the avionics on. I don't know about the blower, it didn't mention anything about that. I'm just going to keep it. Don't need these for now. I'll put the taxi lights on. Right, so we've got the Garmin, they've got the GTN 750. I don't know if I have all of these radios, but maybe. Yeah, there we go. So we've got the 530 and old school, right? Old school. And then on this one we have the 430 or, oh no, it's here, sorry, it's these knobs. So you can go really old school with this, can you? Yeah. You can go really old school, VORs and all that kind of stuff, but I'm quite happy to be, you know, a bit more high tech. Now, in terms of setup, if you go up this weather radar thing and keep moving this dial, you'll get to this one. Repair engine, refill oxygen, reset all failures, and if you go up again, you'll get your failures. You can have random ones so that, you know, it'll fail randomly, and then you can show, you know, how soon you want those. You can double real time, I suppose. I haven't messed with it. I'm not even really going to. So let's fly to where we're flying and see if it looks as good as it should. Now we're currently 19 degrees in the cabin, which is quite nice, and according to this we have a message which will be telling us that there's no destination, blah blah blah, or no arrival airport. That is true. We're going to be following this line, so I want to do a complete 180 and then take a right. Can we zoom in here? Yeah. Have I got enough runway left to do that? Maybe not. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to use flaps 1 for this one, so we're going to go flaps 1, parking brake in. Oh, we're already moving. I think I better dethrottle a little bit. So I think this is my first time in China. Also we have nice interior here. Nemesis Retro Gaming, or NRG, right? NRG. Hello, Nemesis. 07. I'll tell you what, the plane taxis really nicely. The movement looks very good. Yeah, so they've basically taken a bog standard Asobo aircraft and they've study leveled it. And they've done it with 2 other planes. But I picked this one. Yeah, I've heard good things about it, so I thought, well, why not? Let me just set the air pressure. I thought, why not, you know, and maybe I can get another one at some other point. Oops. But I like study level stuff. Oh, your energy is getting low. 3 a.m. Wow. Where are you, man? We are 2 p.m. here. Yeah. Oh, I had an earlier sleep last night, but I still didn't get the required amount of hours. I think I was asleep by about 12:30, and then I woke up. God knows. I can't remember. I woke up knowing I needed another hour and a half. But I think until I settle into a rhythm, that's not going to happen. Let's have a quick look over there. Oh, there we do. Yeah. Should we close the window? Probably a good idea. Yeah, I don't remember if this is the turbo one, but the turbo version, it has the way the turbo reacts is all modeled correctly. And I think you're supposed to be able to get, like, if you're idling like this and you turn the magnetos off and then back on again, it should, or you should hear, sometimes you hear a backfire. So I think apparently they've done a real good job. I haven't read all the details on this yet, but I knew they had a good checklist, so I just wanted to run through that and get off the ground here. And there is a reason why we're at this airport. So I haven't gone through any more checklists, you know, which is probably naughty of me. I'll do it step by step, you know, making sure that certain dials are all in the green at certain times and stuff, but we'll just check now because everything should be up to temperature now, so we'll just check those before we take off. Okay, so I'm going to pop the handbrake on, call it. Okay, so temperatures, pressures are here, they're both in the green. We have another temperature here for that. Is that cylinder head temperature, CHT? Then we've got the fuel flow, which obviously isn't going to be much at the moment. We want to try and do maximum revs all the way through the climb. And I don't know what angle we're going to be going out on here. Did I actually say angle? I actually did. Heading. Let's match the where's the dial I'm looking for? See it, but I don't believe it. Ah, here it is. Yeah. Right in front of my face. Just going to match this up with where we are right now. Okay. Let's go. Oh, we have a hot cabin. That's because we're at 32 degrees. So we need to cool it down. So let's just drop that back. Just a little, maybe. I don't want it to cool down too much. I suppose I could use air conditioning. And also, I believe the de-ice uses up a lot of battery power. So, yeah, gotta be. But we do have a couple of alternators. Okay, we've got the chrono going. Is that local? Is that actual local time? And then that's the time I've got it set to right now. Anyway, okay, let's go. So, handbrake off. Right, let's see if the turbulence kicks in, because we're going to be going over these mountains. Oh, New Zealand. Oh, nice, man. You want to swap houses? Okay, let's pump it. I'm pushing down on the joystick a little just to keep the front wheel down until we reach a fair speed. That's it. Feels stable so far. I have no idea whether I'm taking off into a tail or a headwind. Okay, it feels like it wants to go up, so I'm just going to let it. Just a little pull on the joystick there. And we're up. And I'm just sitting on the end of that rev range. Okay, gear up. Oh, smooth, man. She is smooth as. So I'm just going to get my heading. Okay, we'll just get it up just a little bit and then we'll bring the flaps in. Looks like we're going to have to fly fairly high in order to get over those mountains, so let me just sit high a little bit and pull this thing up. I wonder how much I can give this. I'm just using that top dial to get it near the red. And I'm just going to leave the propeller on full blast, and the mixture can go full now. Yeah, of course. Just while we're climbing. Now, once I get level with my correct heading, which I don't know what it is. I'm just going to follow that purple line. I can adjust this line to follow, so I know I can just use this instrument to stay on the heading. Oh, are we going to make it over here? I'm going to have to start pulling up. I'm keeping an eye on my speed as well. I don't want to stall it, but we're just under 100 knots now, and we're pulling up quite handily. And I believe the ceiling for this, or one of the versions, I think it's this version, is 25,000 feet. So, yeah, you do, Nemesis. Thanks, you do. I'm going off course now. What range have I got here? Half a mile. Let's go out to a mile. See if we can get ourselves back on track. Wow, look at this. Now, I don't know whether Microsoft have got this place in where we're going, but I hope so, and it's certainly on the map, on the Earth, in the game, in the sim, in the world map. So I'm hoping it's here too. Oh, I turned a bit too late. Let's see if we can pull this over. It's a bit cloudy though. I think I can start leveling off now. I think we got over whatever we needed to get over. Okay, so this line looks like we're on course anyway. Is that right? Is that because it's in nav that yellow arrow is going to point towards our purple line anyway? I think so. So we'll just keep on the yellow arrow, and I'm just going to pull back on the engine power now, and also the mixture can come down a little, and the propeller, get it to around 2002, something like that. I don't know what all this is going on here, but save a bit of fuel this way. So talking of the fuel, once this gets down into that yellow bit, I'll switch tanks if I remember. How's the cabin temp? Holding at 22. That's pretty damn perfect. 22 is ideal. It looks like I found a nice happy place on that lever. Yeah, so according to this, we are a bit to the left. And it's getting a bit cloudy. Now, turbulence-wise, well, maybe we should try another flight as well with some harsher weather. But I'm keeping the joystick pretty still. Not doing much, so any of this bouncing that you see is turbulence. It's meant to be a lot better. So our destination is basically a set of coordinates. There is a longitude, latitude, basically, so it's not like an airport. So we've got 33 nautical miles to get there. Apparently this is a 2 hour and 54-minute journey by car, according to Google Maps. Thankfully, we don't have to do any of that, and we can reduce it down to 24-25 minutes by hairy plane. Whoa! Yeah, you see now, just getting in these valley here, it's causing a little bit more bounciness, as you would expect. Even going over loads of trees, I would imagine as well, can cause turbulence, because the wind hitting the trees is going to it's going to disturb the wind, isn't it, hitting all those trees, and then that's going to maybe just go up and affect us if we're fairly low. I want to stay in these valleys, I think. Right now this looks like SnowRunner but in the air. I don't want to get too much lower, so let's see if we can just trim the plane out a little. I think the plane has a tendency to go upwards at the moment, so I'm going to try and trim it out. All my dials, my top 3 dials there, where it says ASXG, the 3 dials underneath is all in the green, so the plane's nice and happy. By the way, this This plane has got some serious icing on the glass. If you go into like high and into the clouds and stuff, it will ice over. So you've got to be careful of that because you'll lose your visibility. Okay, it's still, the trim's still pitching up. See, it says 7,200 feet, but that doesn't mean you're not going to hit a mountain. Just trying to get that vertical speed just to stay where it is. It's still pitching up when I leave go of the joystick. Obviously, you have to account for wind. Oh, is it beginning? Who lives in a house like this? Yeah, this is going to be more of an outside tour than looking from here. Still got a ways to go before I want to switch the fuel tanks over. I'm just trying to be set course to 034. I'm just trying to, I've got autopilot as well, by the way, up here. I'm just trying, yeah, I'm just trying to be, what's the word? To try and remember something. Conscious, yeah, I'm just trying to remember to do the fuel and also the cabin temp, which has now gone to 24, which is still comfortable. I have it at 22 on my climate control in my car, and that's what BMW recommend. That's how I know it's a good temperature. Keeps you just, no matter what it's like outside, it just keeps you really comfortable. So it must be the same up here. Now what I don't want to do, obviously, is hit anything. So I'm not really sure how... oh, can we get through here? Over here? I wish the grass was a little bit more detailed. There's no third-party scenery here, by the way. This is pure Asobo. Yeah, so you've got your altitude, the vertical speed. I don't know if that's the flight director. Pop that on. Well, he'll keep us handy. Autopilot and get master there. Yeah, I know I'm to the right of that line, but I need to climb before I can get back over there. We're around halfway now. Just keeping an eye on my speed as I climb. It's got some decent performance to it. Okay, let's just switch the fuel over to the right-hand tank. Uh-oh, that doesn't want to move. There we go. It's because... oh, I thought we hit that. Yeah, it wasn't moving because I was turning it in the wrong direction. And had it turned, it would have gone to off. So it was deliberately not letting me do that, which was nice. So now we're using the right-hand fuel tank, just to keep the plane balanced, keep it all nice. must admit, this plane is very nice to fly. I'll bet it's pretty damn decent in VR as well. The behavior feels a lot better than you would expect from the default Bonanza that Asobo gives you, obviously. I don't know whether they have changed it or if it's just me, but I know that they've done, I don't think there's any exterior modeling, but interior they have, and all the systems. I'm hoping that they've done flight dynamics, because it does feel nice either way. Now we're still 12 miles away from where I want to be, so the fact that I'm a little bit to the left of where I need to be is okay. I'll get back on it. I'm just going to go over here and get back on course. It's very mountainous here. We're definitely high enough. I hope this isn't going to just be a big disappointment and that something is here other than flat textures. Oh, it's bumpy, eh? A little bit bumpy here. I haven't even considered landing, by the way. The only place would be to go back to the airport we took off from. Okay, so now we want to turn back onto that line. Obviously, if I switch on the autopilot, it will do that for me. So we could just hit autopilot master and then altitude hold. We try it? Okay, I'm not touching anything right now. And now the nav, there we go. Has to be on nav, and it should follow this yellow brick road here. And this is on GPS. There we go. There we go. And that's on GPS. It's still not following it though. It might just be because we have a little bit of a crosswind, and so the plane is just a little bit angled on that line, but we're definitely tracking. So we've got 6 miles. And I think this might be the start of it. Is it this? See, it's very strange that they have rivers going up the side with water defying the laws of gravity. These are the cowl flaps, right? Like if I close the cowl flaps, is that them? Or are they somewhere else? Yeah, not that. What do I know? I'm going to want to have better visibility than this. I may have to change the weather just to get some decent visibility here. I don't particularly want... Well, this is going to make the plane shake a bit. Oh, okay, a little bit. Oh, a few clouds, but that's a lot. Let's go with clear skies. Okay, so it's holding altitude at 661. Got another message now. Arrival at waypoint Cust A. Yep, 2 miles out. So, I think from this point on, I need to follow this river. Because we're now coming to this waypoint, which is exactly where I wanted it, on that river, and then we follow the river. So I guess I'll be taking over again. Yeah, look, waypoint, look, it's coming up, waypoint, to say that it's got there. Okay, autopilot, thank you very much, and I will be disconnecting you now. If I press autopilot disconnect for a second time, I believe it disconnects the flight director. All right, let's follow the river and see if we get what we came for. Not seeing anything so far, but oh, maybe. This is going to be disappointing. I know that the next world update, which is number 15, I think, is coming soon, and it's Oceania and Florida, I believe. It's going to cover, and I'm just thinking, given where we are now, it would be nice to have a world update for China and stuff like that, Japan and maybe that region, but maybe it's another time. So yeah, we've got buildings there. Now let me just back the throttle down. Well, it's not very good so far. Oh, maybe there's a surprise around the corner. Okay, so there's a couple of buildings, a river. That's a possible landing spot if you get the speed right. Good luck on that one. Well, disappointed. Oh, Asobo, you need to do some work here, guys. Ooh, man, this is really different to real life. And not in a good way. We've definitely gone through the part I wanted to see, for sure. I'm surprised we're not getting more turbulence. Maybe you're just gonna change the weather a little bit. Let's see what happens. But we're not on live weather anymore, so perhaps that's making everything super calm. Yeah, well, now what? I will show you guys what we're looking for in the real world, and then you'll realize why this was such a damn disappointment. Oh boy, nothing, is there? So I think what I'll do is I'll just do an active pause, and let's go to this mode. Let's just have a quick wander around here, see if anything's about to change, because got it looks like a little fishing village. Altitude is what we need. Definitely not what we came to see. All right. So I will show you guys what we came to see. Bear with me. Por favor. Right, so if I switch you over to my browser, brown trouser, we were supposed to see that this is Yanjin County in Yunnan, and I got the exact coordinates off Google Maps, and clearly, well, I mean, we saw a couple of buildings, but it's supposed to be all built up like this, right? Look, this is all the valley we were flying down. That's why I wanted to stay connected to the river, because I pinpointed a place on the map where it was exact in the right place. It's funny how the water's super brown there, and then in other places it's kind of really quite blue. But it does look an awesome place. The way that they've got it all like up the side of the mountain there. Look at this. And if we just nip back into here, and I go back to the main menu, we can just cancel this flight out. I think if I just grab from my clipboard manager, and where is it? Clipboard, there you go. Okay, and I need that. Okay, so if I now go to the world map and type in, those are the coordinates according to Google Maps, and this was our destination point. This is where our autopilot, or the plane, is where we were going to on the flight path, and this was our end point right here. Okay, it's cancelled that, so I guess we better put that in again. So if I put set as departure, just so that we can have the point there. Now, check this out. Look, you can see that the buildings are indeed there. Now, I don't know why it's gone from looking like this to looking like this, or whether it's just a Bing map thing, but you can clearly see here. Look, this is what I was hoping to see within Flight Sim. I thought it was going to be mapped. Look at this road. I thought it was going to be mapped exactly like this, and this is what I was expecting to see. There's one of the bridges. You can clearly see that all the buildings are there. Yanjin, right there. So I think what I did was I came back a little ways down the river and then set the destination point to somewhere around here, for example, so that as soon as I got there, I knew I would be starting to see all of the buildings. That's how I did it, something like that. Let's get rid of the weather a second and just see if that's what it is that's causing this. So if we get rid of the weather, no. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it looks... Oh, okay. Yeah, look at this. What's going on with the map there? Oh, boy. And I did look online for third-party scenery to see if there was any for the Yanjin. Yeah, but yeah, there's nothing. There's just an airport, which I think is probably the one we took off from. That's a shame. I was hoping to show you guys maybe some representation of it. Okay, right. Let's use the same plane then. This time we'll take off from somewhere closer to home. Uh, um, um, um. And trim. Would it be just be... Is it raining where anybody is right now? I'm gonna go to Belfast. That one, right? Let's go to live time. Is that it? Okay. I just want to set some adverse weather conditions. Or go to a place where there is some. Check on the turbulence. Oh, very stormy and rain. Okay, I'll just check here, Andy, and if not, I'll pop it over onto somewhere near you. What's your closest airport, by the way? Just the name of it. Phoenix, Arizona, unmistakable. Yes, a biplane. Goes both ways. Okay, all we have here... Oh, it's peeing down here as well. Okay, I wouldn't go as far as storm, but it is certainly on the P. Now, oxygen, am I still up on that? It has used a little bit, so once we get the avionics on, we'll refill that. So, I don't think I'm in a state yet to remember the procedure. Maybe. So, let's just try and do a cut down version of this. So, battery. I'll skip the tests. So, battery, alternator. Avionics, beacon, nav, taxi panel, floodlight, lights, fuel pump test. Good. 1, 2, 3. Air. Good. Let's see if I've done enough to start this. No, clearly not. Oh, I know. Jesus. Would help if I put some mixture on. Yeah, you think? No, not starting. Okay, what have I missed? You swine. Wait a minute, this isn't right. Oh, oxygen, yeah, avionics off. Was, but did we lose any engine in that last flight? Yeah, 2%. Let's refill the oxygen. Okay. Mixture full rips, cal flaps open. Aileron centered. Enunciators. Fuel quantities are good. Standby gyro pump on. Enunciated. Instrument air and off. We did that. Then we went to mixture full rich. Throttle open. Right, so we did that. Throttle open. Fully open. Then fuel pump. I may have flooded the damn thing. Throttle open 1/2 inch. Starter engage. Yeah. So we're away. I don't know, maybe it was flooded. Either way, we're started now. Oh, Shannon and Nock are about the same. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a big one, but yeah, Shannon is good. Let's see what this one's like for taking off. Because I find what happens is you get rain sometimes, and then after 10 minutes it'll just stop for no apparent reason. But I think they have changed the way the weather system works. So yeah, hopefully we'll be okay. Well, I just need to know how to get to the runway, really. So we've got all the lights on. I don't know whether we're going to need heat or heat. The cabin, see, it's exactly the same place where I left it. So it does remember everything. But my cabin temperature's creeping up. And it's remembered centigrade as well. That's kind of cool. Alright, so where's my runway? See, told you, the rain just stops. And it's probably still raining in reality. Maybe I can just... I want the weather... the plane's moving though. I don't know whether that's propeller. You can see the movement of the plane. Whether that's wind or whether that's propeller. Let's take a look. So the wind is 17 knots at 200. A few clouds at 3,200 feet. Visibility is maximum, so it's no big deal. 17 knot wind. Coming from the direction of 200. Which is pretty much there. So the wind is coming from that way, but it's coming through the arrow that way. It's kind of a crosswind. Now compared to the runway, yeah, that's gonna... So the runway is gonna be that way, so it's coming in. If we turn that way, the wind's gonna be coming in. Right, so if we want a headwind then, take off, we want to be coming to the top of this runway and coming down that way. Right? I don't know. I don't even know what the airport numbers are here. Let's have a look here. The airport numbers. You know what I mean. Runway 22. Yeah, so yeah, we want to be up there. Okay. Let's twiddle this thing around. Again, just very, very smooth. I think maybe we can... The thing is, if I force some rain on, and then I go to look at the meta, I see there's the windsock, look. And then I look at the meta, it's not going to be accurate to the weather I've got set, I don't think. Right, so the wind, we want to be taking off. See the way the sock is pointing? It's pointing towards us. Well, we want to be taking off back through it. Right, so we want to be taking off that way. Yeah. We want to be looking into the small end and taking off. If we were going to fly through the windsock, we'd be wanting to fly through the small bit and come out the big bit. But I don't know that the runway doesn't really... It's a crosswind, basically, is what we're going to have, because the runway's up here. Yeah, we're going to have a crosswind. So it's just a question, do you want it coming from the left or the right, really? So I guess we can just... It doesn't really matter. Let's see if we can deal with it. Well, I'm just gonna make this turn off here. I don't know if those amber lights is telling us, hey, no takeoffs. I wonder if I have enough runway here to just do this. Go on. Lost the power of me steering. There we go. Oh yeah, we do have a crosswind. I'm having to yaw the joystick. Whoa, that got up quickly. That did get up quickly. That was a lot sooner than what it was on our last flight. Okay, gear up. This thing can climb really nice. Got some shipping going on here. Alright, let's get the flaps up, I think. I like this plane. My favorite general aircraft? I don't know. I've got some good ones. Of the prop ones? I've always got a soft spot for the Piper Arrow. Yeah, okay, Andy. Shannon. Right. Maybe we can try that. Did you say it was stormy? It's very stormy here, raining. 50-kilometer winds! Should we do Shannon, guys? Let's do Shannon. Yeah, let's ditch this. Actually, better not. Because then we're going to pick up engine damage for the next flight. So let me go on to Google's. So Shannon. Airport. iCow. Okay, EINN. Flight conditions. I don't want to start on the runway because we need to do a cold dark start. Yeah. Otherwise, I think certain systems don't work very well unless you do it correctly. And we can go for a short trip, maybe. 6 minutes, that's a little bit too short, I think. Got Cork down here. That might take a little, half an hour. Okay, so if we do that and we do low altitude airways. Now, where are you bringing me in? That doesn't look right. If we're to come in on runway 34 because of the wind direction, I can't make that turn. That's impossible. So, if we're coming in on, well, let's just do... All right, so now do you have a... Oh, you're going to send me all the way out there, are you? Okay. And we'll be taking off that way. All right, let's just do that then. Fly it. Yeah, let's see, Andy. Let's see. Yeah, so a cool little plane, this one. And when you select it from the list of planes, it is a separate selection compared to the Asobo one. So there actually will be the Asobo one and the black square version. Okay, so we do have certainly rain. Let's take a look at the weather meta and see if it is anything close to what you said, Andy. Right, 20 knots, whatever that is in kilometers, I don't know, but 20 knot winds at 250. Visibility is 5 miles, right? I think that is few clouds at 1200, scattered at 1800. Not sure what CB means. Broken clouds 3800. Temperature 8 degrees, air pressure 0988. And yeah, it's rainy. You watch the rain die off though. Okay, so let's just do mixture up, color up, and throttle up. And it's pretty dark in here, but we'll be okay. Be fine. So, battery on, alternator on. Let's just assume everything is working. Although it's probably not a good idea to do that. This plane, given that it is remembering the last state. Refill that. I'll repair the engine, 100%. There we go. Now, let's get some lights on in here. And we can do... Fuel is fine, that's good there. So, we know that's working. Alright, so beacon light needs to go on then. Let's do the strobe as well. That's set to primary. Standby alternator is to go on just to test it. then turn it off again, and then we go fuel pump, that's 3 seconds, then I shouldn't have my throttles wide open like this though. Let's do the thing again. 1, 3. Okay, we're running. And we need to go taxi lights on, landing lights on for sure because it is peeing down. Okay, you go pick up your GPS. Now we've got the weather here. I don't know how working that is, but we'll leave it running. Now what's the way out of here? Where's our flight? Awesome. No flight. Get on here. We did program the flight plan in the map there, so it should be working. Yeah. I just don't know why it isn't purple. So what would be our taxiway? I guess if I go up here, off to there, then come down this way. I might need to call upon this map again in a second. Alright. So we have wetness. It's not a lot, but it's enough. I'm in a I'm actually in a parking space for a jet, but it's windy, jeez. It is windy, guys. It's sunny here where I am, but it's windy also. Now then, where is my taxiway? Oh, just carry on as you were. Oh man, just trying to turn the plane to the left there. I had to really put some pressure on. Oh, she does not want to turn very much. Maybe it's because of the speed I'm going, I think. Yeah, pretty much the speed I'm going. I haven't set the air pressure yet. What was it? 0988, I believe. We are going way too quickly. We're almost going to take off. Okay, so we'll take our next left, and then we'll just set the air pressure, and away we go. Yes, it's decidedly damp. Right, so we want 0988 here. I can't even see the numbers. I'll have to zoom in. Bear with me. Guys, it's really windy. Bloody Nora. I wonder if opening the window changes the cabin temperature. No, it doesn't, because we're still at 23 degrees. Okay. So 0988. Oh no, it's okay. Well, it's in HD there, but not there. So other way. 0988. So that's going to be 995 is there. 996, 997. 8. That's not right. That's be 999. What? 2. How many clicks get in there? How many clicks is each one? 9, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000. So that would be have an alert up there. Okay. Okay, if I press it, if I tell Microsoft to set it. Oh, 988. I was doing 998. Good thing I got Microsoft to do it. Right, let's go. Okay. Come on. You need more power? They probably wouldn't clear us for takeoff in the real world here. But we're daredevils. Yeah, Andy, you picked a good spot, man. Jeez. This rain's coming in. It's pretty heavy as well, eh? Oh, look at the drops all going up the glass now. Okay, let's punch it. I wonder if we can climb above the weather. Right, I'm having to yaw the plane a little bit just to keep it steady. Come on, sweetheart, up you go. Come on, love, where you go. Oh, she's a little bit swiffy. Okay, I'm confident, gear up. Give it everything. I've just got it on full power now. Already saying alert on the on this. Okay, let's get the flaps in. Let's at least start making a turn towards where we're supposed to be going. Oh, it's bumpy. We definitely should have the ability to get above the weather. This plane flies high, so it shouldn't be an issue. Looks like we've got rid of the rain already. This way. So a trip from Shannon to Cork Airport then. 30 minutes. Manual flying. I don't know if I can time the landing, but I'll certainly give it a go. Now, something quite right here. There's no nav here, but before we got that, there's nav, but I want it on GPS, so that's already set to GPS, which is what I want it. This arrow's pointing in the wrong direction. Anyway. This is for doing the VOR stuff, I think. If I remember right, when we did ours before, we did a VOR series of flights. I seem to remember picking up the VOR signals with these. So we're settling around 4,000. If I got the autopilot to kick in now, on nav, which way is it going? Is it going to follow that yellow arrow? Because that... Oh no, it's not. Where are you going? Autopilot can bugger off. Just want to keep the plane steady and climbing. Without a proper, I don't know, with the Boeings and the Airbuses, they tell you top-up descent when to start coming down. This one doesn't, so how do you know? Oh, are we icing? Oh shoot. Let's get the prop de-ice on, and also the... Which one is it now? Is it the blower? Yeah, we've completely... I told you this was going to happen, didn't I? I said it on the last flight. Great. Oh, we've gone out of range. Let's bring the cabin heat in a little bit as well, because we've dropped a little bit of heat because of that. Defroster. Okay, so we've got the defroster on now, because we are, yeah, it's like flying through frosted glass now. Okay, let me see, while the windows are defrosting, I just want to see if we can get some pitch trim. Okay, they defrosted, nice. That was bloody quick. Okay, so let's take that off. I'll just leave it on a little bit just in case. And cabin temperature is 15, so a little bit nippy, but it's okay. Now let me see if I can stabilize this plane. A level flight manually. I don't know why the flight path isn't purple. I know what it means. It means that it's not GPS. Like the GPS won't follow it. But I could probably get around that by just typing the airport in and saying go direct to there. However, it won't have me on a path directly to the runway, which I think this one does. I hope it does anyway. Otherwise we'll have to do the whole thing manual. Alright, can we level the plane out? Oh, it still wants to go up. What I'm trying to do is get the needle to the 0 and then leave go. And it's still pitching up, so bring it back down to the 0 again. Leave go. Okay, try adjust the pitch a little bit more. The trim, down that. And leave go. Okay, it's more or less there, nearly. Means I don't have to put any pressure on the joystick now to keep the plane level. Well, the weather's definitely better just a little bit outside of Shannon. Let's turn the blower off, the aircon, and the prop de-ice. See, look at this needle here, guys, right? That's the amps, right? Watch when I put it on. Boom! That takes up a lot of power. Anyway. Yeah, that got seriously icy. Get back onto the line. Very, very nice to fly, really is. I should put some comms radio on, should I? A little bit. So for Shannon Tower, which is getting further and further away. We can try and tune in, but Shannon is 121-800. I've got radios here and radios here. That's the volume. Nothing. Don't know why we're not getting any. Maybe we're too far away, out of range. Really looking at where I'm going, if I'm honest, but we're on track. Okay, I'm just going to pause. I want to figure out why we've got no radio. Yeah, that sets volume. Where do you set the frequency on this one? That's frequency swap. So it's 1, 2, what am I looking for? Let's try 119,900. And volume. No. Nothing. Nothing on the radios. It might be out of range, and it might be something else. Oh, hello. I have no idea which radio is working.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Idea what the heading's supposed to be, but the clouds have cleared up.
Moonraker 78906, friendly, good afternoon. With 777 will cross behind very shortly. Once clear, push back and start up approved.
Push back and start up is approved when clear of the 777 pushing behind.
I've been pushing this plane this whole time. I think we've been probably... Where's the fuel level? Okay, time to switch.
It just step 4, step and tower, dominate decimal 1, have a good day.
Cabin is 24 degrees, which is comfortable. Let's push this in just a tad. I think I did it. Actually don't know. Damn messages are annoying. Approach is not active. Set course to 152.
78906, taxi right, taxi is Mike, Echo, full through right to it.
Really?
A taxi Mike, Echo, and volume
152 is over here. I'm ignoring. That might be an old message, which I'm going to ignore. Try and get back on the line again. Just 19 miles away. 19 miles from the airport. So in terms of turbulence, there are, I mean, it's not a great deal here, but oh, there you go. That wasn't me that did that. I've got the joystick really quite level, quite still.
Give me a second, please. Now it's fine, thank you.
Ryanair 37 Tango Charlie, Bonanza Tower 118.6 for right.
186,
Trying to keep this plane from losing altitude is crazy. It couldn't stop going up before, and now it won't stop going down.
127, thank you. Your wings 396 taxi, link 3, stand 2.
A little bumpy. Here.
Link 3, stand 207.
There you go. I'll probably bring my breakfast up. Never been in a small aircraft.
Shannon 65 with you cross.
And don't know if I'd want to.
One right turn Foxtrot, so short link 2.
Yes, runway 16, right turn Foxtrot, hold short link 2.
Oh my god. Come on plane, turn. It's fighting me. trying to keep the thing pulled up, but it won't.
James 647, taxi link to Foxtrot 1 Echo 1, hold short runway 34 to 28.
I'm trimming the hell out of this thing. It will not. Thank you. Staying level-ish.
Bravo Shamrock, 2 Charlie Tango, Bravo 5.
2 Charlie Tango, taxi Hotel 2.
Hotel 2 Shamrock, 2 Charlie Tango.
It's really bumpy here. Okay, what's the range of this? 1.5 miles. Let's zoom in. No, let's zoom out. Let's give it 2 miles so we can see where we are. 2.5 miles. That's
The GM 647, hold short.
4 miles, 5 miles. There we go. That'll give me plenty of notice for the runway. If I have to come in direct, I will. I don't know if it's going to go direct or send me round on that final approach. But either way, I'll take it.
Shamrock 2 Charlie Tango, cross runway 16 Hotel 1, right turn Foxtrot link 2, stand 317.
If I leave go of the joystick altogether now, look, just tilts to the side there. We are fighting wind here for sure. Okay, what are we, 12 miles? The weather is definitely
Shamrock 162.
better here.
Shamrock 162.
You shortly see company 320 going on stand 409.
You might need to move, Andy.
Push and start to release point Lima QH 1022.
Okay, after the company going to
Yeah.
stand 409, we'll prospect to Lima with QNH 1022, Shamrock 162.
I don't think these doors open either. No. So I think depending on visibility, you'd probably have a visual, because it's a proper airport, right? So we should have a visual from around, I don't know, 5 miles maybe?
Bravo 1, Echo 1, we'll hold short of 3428 after Air Lingus 3 point comes in, United 127.
These are meant to be European radios. Whoa, look at that, whoa.
Ground delay, Spirit 834, Alpha Bravo 6.
The 834 good day, taxi Bravo's Hotel 2.
Bravo and Hotel 2, Spirit 8.
Oh, this is decidedly dodgy.
And 8 Papa Fox, thank you.
There's a lot of turbulence at the moment.
Approved, QNH 1022.
And don't think it doesn't affect the big planes, because it does. Oh, obviously less so, but yeah. But it will.
Shamrock 626.
Oh, Shamrock 626, you hear that? Yeah.
7 when it goes. Push and starts approved the tug release point November. QNH 1022.
QNH 1022, such as the company 320 going to stand 317.
Couldn't get the bloody lever right because of the turbulence. It's very green, isn't it, eh?
Monitor 186, United 127. You have
See, we've got another dotted line here now. What the hell? Oh, it's taking me that way around. So the airport's on our left right now. Or coming up to. Can we see it off the wing?
Ground, good afternoon, Shamrock 5, Kilo Lima, Kilo Lima.
Ah,
Shamrock 56 Kilo Lima, taxi along the Bravos, hold short runway 16.
On the Bravo to hold short 16,
well, I don't know if that's Cork over there. Well,
Lufthansa 8 Papa Fox, You just have to wait till the Air Canada moves, but after the Air Canada...
Look at the direction of the plane. Look, I'm following the flight path, but we have a crosswind that's just coming from this direction as it's hitting the tail. Now I can move to correct that with a little bit of yaw. See if I can just do that. But it's putting a lot of pressure on the thing, the flap. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm just gonna... Oh, and if we end up... I'm not going to deliberately go for this, but if we end up too high on the approach, there is a method to drop altitude without increasing speed, and that's called slipping the aircraft. I have done that once, and it's basic, but I don't know if I can do it in a strong wind though. Slipping is basically, I think it's turning the plane or rolling it in a direction where the wind can no longer hit the outside wing. The outside wing is the one that will be furthest away from the way you turn the plane, right? So I would yaw the plane in one direction, and how do we do it again? You want to turn the plane in one direction and yaw it in another one, and the plane, it kind of stalls out the outside wing, and then it causes the plane to drop, but you don't increase airspeed. I'm happening to try and remember in my head how to fathom that. So I would turn the plane that way, and then try and... Oh yeah, it doesn't like that. You don't actually roll, I don't think. You don't roll, but there's yaw. I can't remember. I'll have to do some more practice on slipping.
Just change it. It'll be Bravo 2.
So we yaw to get the thing, but we still need to be, even though we're yawing, if we yaw to the right, we still need to be going straight ahead. So how would you compensate for that? You could do it easier with rudder pedals. But I'm not using those, so... Okay, I'm going to make this turn at some point.
Roger. You can
Yeah.
when you're ready on 118.6. Bye-bye.
So you can steer the plane with a roll. So I think you would yaw to the right and roll to the left, and to stall the wing out.
Air Canada 843, you ready upon reaching?
Air Canada 843.
What do I know, right?
Short runway 34 and runway 28. Monitor tower frequency 118.6 per byte.
Sorry, D6 and on Echo 1.
I've landed this once. We've got a nice curve here to turn around, but I don't think much of this next one.
Shannon 162, you can wait for the company traffic inbound pass.
That is an Irish accent, isn't it, on the radio?
Once the company's passed there with a Zulu and then Bravo 1.
Not this voice, but the other one certainly was. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I wonder if we get out over the water, it's going to start getting a bit more... Doing okay on the fuel tanks. Still on the right one.
262, 626 even. Taxi link 2, Foxtrot 1, hold short link 1.
Link 2, Fox 1, hold short.
I am actually lower than I'd like to be. See if I can just get ourselves up to around 2.5, something like that. A little bit low. Just a steady climb, so I don't have to feed in any more power.
Liner 1 Julius, Delta cross runway 16 Hotel 1, contact 118.75 to right.
Cross 16 Hotel 1, power exit. 75, 107.
So we want to be going over the water here, according to the flight path.
Ground Shark 66, minor technical issue. Is it okay if we park here for a few minutes? Get back in a second.
Yeah, 66, that's fine. Call me back.
So I'm just going to feed in a tad more power as we make this turn. Notably more turbulence than before with this new realistic mode, for sure. And that's no bad thing. I like it. The more realism, the better. Because then you have to challenge yourself to beat it.
Shamrock 204, push and start is approved to release point Lima, John H 1022.
Push and push Lima 1022, Shamrock 6, Logitech 204.
We can certainly just turn in to this line here. We wanted to. Kind of shortcut it a little.
Skylum 604, crossing 1 inland.
Hello, Grim 64, nice to have you.
I'll stay inside the line a little.
Right, Bravo, 1.9, account 604.
She's bumpy.
Thanks, C074, Public Tower, 135, Central Bubble. 135, 110, that's C074.
I hope after all this I don't mess up the landing.
Thank you, Captain 644.
Sea looks a bit choppy, which is always a telltale sign of the wind.
Ground, we have 1 minute on my XI, charge and leave back start. Start push proof, come back to you.
Ooh, 36 knot winds. Okay.
Ground 155, 0, hello, Echo 1.
Hello, Asobo 0, right turn on Bravo, 50 gate, go through.
Now to the right, Bravo to gate, go forward.
Right, let's just get back over here, intercept that line. This is all going to be visual, really. Visual in instruments to get landed. So we are just under 10 miles out.
Hello, Bonanza, 87, Echo.
So we'd be engaging all the flaps and stuff by now on a jet.
Okay, via Echo 3, cross down 1 is left, to 10 seconds for Gigabyte.
Really kind of want to get on the line now. This is... Oh, the plane's fighting me, guys. Jesus. Yeah.
And Bonanza 87, after coast, section straight into Alpha 10.
Okay, Alpha 10, right ahead,
Oh, that's the wrong way, right? That's it. You guys see that? Okay, so I want to go full mixture, full prop.
Kilobyte TXA intersection.
Kilobyte TXA open for that.
Oh, 4 Bravo, 24 Shannon.
Actually, the prop, we can just drop it under max, I think just a little. Still should be plenty. Okay, I have the runway in sight. What are you doing down here? Get out of it. Okay, so we'll start descending and see if we can bring it in. I don't have permission. Once we're... Normally at 5 miles out you'd be bringing out the wheels on a jet, but I think it's a little bit too early for us yet. I'm trying to get over to the left, but the plane is really not wanting to go over there. Let me see if I can roll it over. Oh God. Well, I wanted to show the turbulence and certainly got that. Okay, gear down. That should provide a little bit of extra friction. Flaps 1. Now we are a little high, but we'll try and correct. Let's keep an eye on the PAPI lights. Oh my God. It's going to be a crosswind landing, isn't it? Flaps 2. This is going to be a rough one. Oh, oh Jesus. The thing is, I don't want to get too low because now we are too low. The turbulence could just drop us. Oh Jesus. Guys, what the flip? What the flip? Okay, flaps 3 because we need it. Oh, I hate doing these ones. Okay, dropping the power. Oh! Oh, I should have gone a bit more to the left, but hey. I've got full right hand on, but nothing's happening. That was really windy. I actually thought we were going to get down on the runway nicely there. You know, just sideways, 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 all the way down until you're about 10 feet off the ground, and then just twist the plane straight and pop it down. But it ended up, I think I must have been a bit higher than 10 feet because I ended up on, when I twisted the plane to go straight, it veered off onto the grass. Which is it's a bit of a shame, but hey, we got it down. Welcome to Cork. Lip, that was meaty, that was.
773, taxi. 773, taxi. 24 shares, taxi.
Now, where do the little guys park?
Contact Romeo Mike, contact tower 135.110. 135.110.
I'm pretty sure it's not here, but we'll park here. Jeez. Wish I had that on replay.
Hello, Golf, Callum, is Papa is already duplicated, crossing what?
Currently Papa after crossing 65 Bravo and Alpha 10.
Bravo and Alpha 10, duplicated, Callum, Papa.
Didn't need all those lights on the whole time either. I have to turn everything off, otherwise it'll not remember for next time. Oxygen level is still good. We didn't go high enough to use warranty, I guess. That looks broken, doesn't it? Right, what else did I click on? Anything? I don't think so. And the flaps are in? Yes.
Morning, Cadillac 528.
Oh, radios. Let's turn the radios off. Yeah, there you go. That was it is really seriously windy here though. Listen. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the China trip was a little bit so I'll probably have to change the stream to China and Ireland or something. Yeah, there's an extensive patch log or change log for Sim Update 12, but too big to go into here. I might just if I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to leave this stream live, so public, so I'll grab hold of the full change list and add it to the description after the stream. Okay, there you go. Study level Bonanza. I like it. I like it. Yep, I like the way it flies. And the fact, the fact that it's study level is always a good thing. Shame we can't get the doors open though. But anyway, there you go guys. Thank you for watching. And I will catch you on the next one when the winds are calmer. Yeah. Till then. Bye for now. Catch you on the next one. Ta-ta.